Hello, hello. We are here with giant crabs. It's time. It's time for our first.
Only I didn't notice.
Yeah, the one person who probably should have noticed. Like, of all the
I'm
characters.
just so taken aback by this plan.
That's true. That's true. You did describe that. So here, I'll drag you over to the map. Feel free to slightly modify where you are standing. If you think you'd be in a different order. But I think that's probably fine. And then
probably be where I am.
yeah, for initiative, you make sure you go into your character sheet, and there should be like a little initiative thing on there, just a little initiative button. Make sure you are clicking. Make sure you are clicking on your token when you do it, because then it will immediately put it up in the turn order on the side there.
Wait. Do I click the button and
Be clicking on your token. So click on your token, have it selected, and then click the initiative button on your character sheet.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Got it.
Ooh. Wait.
2,
Oh,
4,
I
6,
dang it!
8,
I rolled at the same time as Jordan's. I'm like 19, cool, and then it was like, oh, mine's 13.
There you go. So Ari would go first if she wasn't
If she knew
surprised.
if I had noticed. So,
Um.
so for my turn, I think I'm just gonna kind of walk off a little bit.
Right? Yeah, no, like, that's totally fine. Yeah, you can feel free to like move your character up to like 30 feet, just if you're moving around, like just looking at the terrain.
Yeah, I just moved like right there.
Yeah, you just kind of like
Just a
stepping
little.
around, like looking. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And it is Darius's turn next. So Darius, you were the first person to notice that a bunch of giant crabs just kind of like came up from the little river there, and are like clacking like angrily as they kind of like start coming towards you.
I see them and I immediately just get super excited, and Darius is just like, ah, forward! And he runs towards the first crab.
Nice.
And he pulls out his axe
Mm-hmm.
and goes for a hefty swing.
Do it.
Now wait, how deep is this river?
Not that deep. It's yeah, I think it will be. It's difficult terrain. So you move. It's double movement when you're moving through squares that have water. But it's not. You don't have to like actually like swim. It's just kind of like enough to kind of like.
I'm just wondering for our very short friends here.
Yeah, that's true. It's definitely difficult terrain for Darius and Toady, but it's not quite enough that they would like have to swim. It's close, but not.
Disadvantage.
Yeah.
I'm
22.
just too excited that I
Nice.
water.
Yeah, you definitely hit. So go ahead. So to do damage, click on Great Axe. There, yeah, there you go. Oh wow, holy moly! So you immediately kill this crab. Please describe to me. Please describe to me what it looks like for Darius to just run up and like just eviscerate this thing.
Darius just runs up and like just he practically treads water in excitement for food. All he's got in his head is that like this is something that I'm going to try to eat, and he lifts his axe above his head and he just slams it down across the shell, and it just digs right in and just parts the crab. Parts the crab in half, and just you have all this crab meat, this fresh crab meat.
Red
Nice.
Lobster.
Yeah.
That was efficient.
So it's dead. I'm trying to find there it is. Boom. Dead. Yeah, for some reason I have all the tokens set on the same thing, and so when I put health down for one of them, it goes down for all of them. So I'll have to figure that out and make sure that it's not doing that later. But for now, it's okay. And that's Darius' turn. So it is Giant Crab's turn. This one over here. And it is going to swim 5 feet, and then let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so it's gonna run up to Raya.
Excellent.
Clacking its little claws, going like going towards you, and it's gonna claw you. You done been clawed. But I got a 5, so I'm assuming that doesn't hit.
Misses.
Yeah. So what does it look like when this crab is like snapping towards you?
Well, I mean, he kind of gets a little bit of my chainmail, but I just...
Right. It just doesn't pierce. Yeah, you're just like, get back. Toity.
Does the crab get an attack of opportunity if I move?
Yes, if you move outside of it, because it is, you're within its range.
Well, I'm gonna. Which one do I want to do? Where'd it go? Yeah, I guess I'll go with the one that actually will hit for more. I'm gonna first turn back to Has Ari noticed by this point that what's happening? Do you think?
I mean, if she has, she can't react to it. So
I was just gonna say I turned to Ari. Where do you think you're going?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna turn back, take my rapier, and slice at the crab. Oh, it's a +6 to attack. Oh, cool.
Nice.
You
You missed.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. So you stab at it with your rapier and just kind of like dink off of its shelly carapace.
Blasted things are strong.
And Raya, it's your turn. What do you do?
I give it a whack with my mace.
Nice. All right. Click on that mace on there, and you'll do the damage. So yeah, so that you would have gotten 8 + 6 if you got a crit, but you take the left one, so it's just 8. Yeah. So you do not quite kill it. Instead, it has 5 left. So you slam down on it with your mace, and it just like shrieks, and like there's a little dent in its carapace, and just kind of like snapping at you.
Toity, that's how you hit things.
I was just thinking I failed twice. I forgot to use my bardic inspiration, but I guess we'll save that for later.
All right, so it's gonna. This one over here is gonna swim. It's gonna swim/walk. It has its exact same swim and walk speed, so it's just gonna swim/walk over to Darius, and it's going to claw you. And 13, does that hit?
It hits.
It does hit. All right. No, wait.
That's what happens when you're, well, not armored.
I was gonna say, how do I have higher AC than you?
I'm a barbarian. I don't wear armor. My chest is my armor.
For 3 damage. Yeah. For 3 damage. I mean, he's not raged yet, so he would be taking half damage from this. But, yeah, so for 3 damage, it just pinches you. Well, what does that look like? Like, where does he get you?
Just imagine he just, like, kind of pinches my toe, and I'm like, ah!
Yeah, you just jump back. Ah!
Oh, good crap.
All right. It would be the dead crab's turn, but it's dead. All right. This crab is also going to go after you, Darius. It's going to avenge its fellow. Where are the squares?
Come after me, mate. I take you all down.
There it is. For a claw. I think that misses, right? 9?
Yes, that misses.
All right, yeah. So it goes up and tries to claw you, but you dodge out of the way valiantly.
Aren't our ACs on our tokens?
Yep, it should be.
I was gonna say, like, you should just be checking that.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. I didn't think about it. Ari, it's your turn.
Okay, I finally see everyone because I hear them making noises, and I hear Darius screaming, and
Plus, I yelled at you.
plus 20 yells at me, "Where are you going?" And so I move over next to Toity, and I see Darius
Banking.
basically like surrounded by all these crabs,
Mm-hmm.
and I take out my longbow And oops, I didn't mean to click that.
I mean, you can
Oh,
you can take it if you want to. Yeah.
Oh yeah, go for it. I take out my okay. So I take out my longbow and I hit the one to the left of him.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. All right. Click on the longbow there, and you roll your damage.
So how do I do the damage?
So yeah, the name of the attack on the chat. Right. So the place where it says longbow underneath the 18, just click on that. It should highlight in red when you. Yeah. See. Yeah. There you go. 7 piercing damage. It does not kill it, but you like shoot it into one of its beady little eyes, and it like screeches. And Darius, it's your turn again.
Which one was just hit?
The one to your left on the map. Technically, it will be your right if you're facing them.
Okay.
But
Yeah. Okay. So the one that pinched my toe.
yes.
I'm about to pinch his carcass with my axe.
I don't know that's how axes work, but okay.
And I roll my mega axe. Sad.
Yeah, that definitely misses. So you take a hefty swing at it, and it just bounces off. It's Shelly Carapace. All right, it's this crab's turn over here, and it's going to attack. Gonna attack Raya because you're actually the one who kind of like hit it. So claw. Oh, I got an 8. If it would have gotten that 23, man.
What a hit.
Yep. So
But it didn't.
it misses. Toity.
Okay, I'm going to thinking maybe I should use my bardic inspiration, but I think we're gonna deal with these people pretty easily. I'll use a bardic inspiration. I'm going to turn to Ari and say, like, thanks for coming back. I kind of say in the comments, thanks for coming back, but seriously, thank you. And I'm going to give her a bardic inspiration die.
All right.
Which is a d6 on skill checks and to attack bonus. Checking to attack.
All right. Do you have to roll anything for that, or it's just like a?
Nope, I just give her a
Just an
bardic
action?
inspiration die. I can do it 3 times per long rest.
Do you want to explain what's inspired her?
Yeah. What do you do to inspire her?
Just the saying like I was like thanks for coming back, but then I say, but seriously.
Right.
She just,
So
like,
it's like
here-
actual gratitude, right?
She can hear like the gratitude, like, thank you for coming back. And I just give her a wink, and then I'm gonna turn to the and that's like probably the first kind word that's come out of my mouth towards her.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna turn to the crab, say, as for you, and I'm gonna try and hit it with my rapier again.
All right. It's really funny because rapiers would not be the thing to fight against these things.
Hey,
Very
well,
nice,
Oh,
but it works
yeah.
anyway. You managed to find a chink in its armor. Go ahead and roll that damage.
and 9 piercing damage.
Nice. Yeah, it'd be dead. What do you do? What does that look like when
So
you
I'm going
kill
to
it?
I say, as for you, and I'm gonna turn to it. I'm gonna take it and kind of just poke it right in its eye socket, and it's gonna go through into
Mhm.
the shell and inside. And it kind of hear it squeak, and I pull it back out and go, ugh.
Yeah, and just it kind of like convulses and then just and like falls over limp.
And I'm gonna look at the rapier and say, I didn't realize this is actually sharp.
I haven't used it the entire voyage. I'm surprised it's still sharp. All right, Raya, it's your turn. The crab in front of you is dead, so you can move through it if you want to.
So I'm going to move to over here
Mm-hmm.
and attack this crab with my mace.
Do it.
Nice.
Very nice.
Guessing that
Yep.
hits.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
When
You
we
do not
hit them
quite
so hard-
kill it. It's on its last legs. But it has like an axe like dent in it and then a mace dent in it. It's just kind of like really angry.
Well, it has the arrow in it too, does it not?
Yes. Oh yeah, that was what it was. Yeah, it was the arrow. Yeah, so it has the arrow in it, and it's beady little eye. So it is that crab's turn. And I think he's just gonna disengage and run. He doesn't want this
Doesn't it give
anymore.
her an attack of opportunity?
Not if he disengages. So he takes his action to disengage. And then he moves 30 feet in this direction. So wait. How does this work? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Isn't it rough terrain though?
I was about to say, can you move?
He has a swim speed, so he is.
Oh.
Yep, he swims in the water and then he walks on land. So
What do you press on the sheet to show the distance?
on the left there should be all the little icons over there. One of them is the ruler. It's right below the little magnifying glass.
Yes.
Yeah, and then you can drag it across and judge distances. So.
I armor classed wrong, so I'm just gonna correct that.
Okay, do it. All right, so it's the other crab's turn right next to you, Darius, and he is determined to kill you. So he's gonna claw you.
Wow.
And he completely failed. He's very disappointed in
Can
himself.
I say that I take a bite out of him as he tries to?
Yes, so his claw comes towards your face, right? You just go, you bite his claw. That's awesome. Yeah. for
Well,
sure.
spit it out! Spit it out!
Ari, your turn.
I'm going to move over 2 spaces and hit him again. Hit him with
Shoot
my
the
longbow.
fleeing one, yeah.
Also, that bardic inspiration die is good for the
Nice.
next 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, he dead, so
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter now,
Yeah.
but
there's one dead crab. And as we, like, his last thoughts, the crab, as he, like, runs away, it's like, well, at least if I can escape this, then I can go back to my wife and family. And then he dies. With an arrow in his heart.
you monster!
You're a monster. But you'll never know because you can't speak crab. Darius, your turn.
I turn to the one that I've just bitten, and I say, need salt. And then I swing my axe.
Nice.
Wait, isn't it dead?
Yep, that hits.
No, the one that.
No, the one that's
she
right in
shot
front of
an
him
arrow
here.
at the one that was running.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood.
How's a 6?
Yeah. You don't kill it, but yeah, you definitely do some damage. You slam your axe into it, and it screeches in pain. Let's see, is it what? It's the dead crab's turn, so Toity.
Okay, I'm gonna try and end this in style.
Do it.
Run up my back and do a backflip and shoot an arrow.
No, no, I said style. I'm gonna turn to the crab. I'm gonna look at the crab and say, "Oh wait, what should I say? What's something?" I'm gonna use vicious mockery.
All right, all right.
It has to take a. Wait, make sure I got this right. Yeah, it has to make a DC Wisdom saving throw of 13, and I'm going to say. Or it also does 1d4 damage.
All right, so Wisdom saving throw. Well, I got a 1. So...
Oh, it crit failed it. Okay.
Yeah.
1. I'm gonna say to it like, I wonder if you smell as bad as their friend I just killed.
And it just kind of like looks at you. It doesn't seem to understand at first, and then it kind of like wriggles uncomfortably. But that's basically it. Like
Uncomfortable wriggling.
uncomfortable
That's-
wriggling is
Not
right.
because it crit failed.
no.
I wish.
Well, it didn't crit fail. It has a -1
Yeah,
modifier.
it has a -1 modifier, so
Oh,
that does.
okay.
Yeah.
I turn around and yell back, "It needs salt!"
And Raya, it's your turn.
Okay. And then I'm gonna move next to that crab and mace it.
Very nice. So you
And
pull out your
hopefully-
mace and you spray it in the crab's face. No, okay.
Yep. Oh
I
no.
wanna get
No,
some
that's a
sort of
miss.
Seasoning.
I actually tried to spray it with my mace instead of hit it, so that's where it went wrong.
Right. let's see. I think it is. Yep, it's that crab's turn next. And yeah, that crab is also just gonna disengage. He's out of here. He's not having any of this. He's just gonna run. I can never remember what the stupid command is to move it bit by bit and get what the distance is. Okay, so right there. One, two, it runs away. Ari, it's your turn.
Is it far enough? Is it too far for me to shoot it with my
Oh no,
longbow?
definitely not. No, your longbow has a distance of 150 before it even takes any disadvantage. And it can still shoot for up to 600 feet away.
Cool. I'm
Well,
gonna
with this-
shoot at it.
Do it.
Ooh,
Crit. Nice.
Crit.
Natty twins.
Nat 20.
Nice. Yep. You totally decimate it. Luckily this one didn't have a family. It's a bachelor, but
Was a
so
bachelor.
it's okay. Yeah, it was. Yep. But yeah, it is very dead. It crumples into the water and just starts kind of like floating away on the tide. Yeah, and you guys stand amidst a bunch of crab bodies.
As I see it floating away, I'm like, wait, catch it!
I go up to the two crabs that I shot arrows in, and I get my arrows.
I go to the.
All right. How many
that-
arrows did you shoot?
I shot 3.
All right.
And
Roll a 1d3. Type /roll space 1d3. Let's see how many of those arrows you managed to recover. How many of them
Wait, what
might be
was
broken.
it say? What do I type?
/roll space 1d3. So you only got one arrow back. Two of them, they were stuck too far in the crabs, and they broke off.
I'm gonna run towards the crab that starts drifting away, trying to catch it. Or did you stop it when you got the arrow from it?
Oh no, yeah, you can run after it and grab it.
Okay. Do I? Cause I'm gonna say as I'm running towards it, I have a feeling we'll be feeding ourselves from now on, so we might as well use these.
I run to the one that was running away, and I scour it, or I just check it for edible meats.
Yeah, I mean,
And I
so
scouted
someone can make a survival check to see if they can scrounge some, edible meat from these crabs.
I vote someone who has a survival skill.
I do.
Yeah, you can make a survival check.
I'm
and see.
gonna take mine.
Oh man. Okay, not super great.
I think that's good enough. Yeah, I think that's good enough to not maybe scrounge as much as you could, but I think you get enough for one full day of rations for everybody.
Is that just from one crab or all
from all of them? Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, but that's 4 people fed for a day. So someone can mark that on their sheet. They want to. They have 4 rations basically, 4 extra rations. And I'm assuming that you took some rations, correct? From the ship. How many rations did you take? How long were you expecting to be out here doing stuff?
Probably makes sense to get like a week's worth.
Week's worth makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
So that is gone up to 8 days worth.
And then I started with 10 days of rations just because I have an explorer's pack.
Nice, yeah.
So
Oh.
up it to 11.
I have an explorer's pack as well, so I guess I have 11 as well.
I have an entertainer's pack.
I have an axe.
Yeah, so you have defeated the giant crabs. What now?
I'm gonna sit there, kind of rinsing off my rapier in the stream, kind of like shaking it off, like not wanting to touch it, kind of like rubbing it off on the sand and trying to clean it off. And then I'm gonna look towards and say, well, what about? Did any of you see the tower off in the distance?
No, I didn't see that.
What tower? I was too busy looking at the nature.
I see rocks.
I see rocks.
Wait, did we all see the tower?
You guys can choose whether or not you saw the tower, I suppose. At least one person saw the tower. So I guess maybe it's Toity.
Okay, I'm
I
gonna say.
saw it that way.
Well, there's a tower off in the distance, and it didn't look quite occupied, and there's monsters here, so I have a feeling we're alone. But we might want to check.
Which way was the tower?
I'm gonna point off in the direction because I actually don't know which direction.
Yeah,
it is in
so it's
regards to
down.
the map.
It's down this stream basically. So to the left of the map. So you'd follow
It's
the
down-
river.
Just behind the riverbed.
Yeah. Exactly.
I see him point, and I see it in the distance, and I say, "Okay, well, let's go get Lord Navarro's gold.
Cool.
Get it over with."
So you start tramping off. All right, cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll for our first random encounter, if there is a random encounter, so to speak.
Okay.
So let's see.
Lich.
Oops.
Ooh.
No, there's not one.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So you guys make it down. So you travel a couple hours. So this is the morning. And so the entire morning time, you kind of like.
Wait,
Yep, go ahead.
real quick. Can we say? I just remembered. Emily, you could. Sorry, Alyssa, you could have used the if you want the inspiration die on your survival check. I just remembered that.
I suppose I could have, but I mean, we were able to get enough.
Oh, well, I'm just saying because it's only for 10 minutes, so it might.
Oh yeah, I mean you might as well, right? So it's what is
Yeah,
it, a
sure.
d6?
Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead and slash roll space 1d6 and see if you get at least 3 more. I think you can get another day's rations worth for everybody.
Oh!
Yeah. There you go. Boom.
Ooh.
Yep. So
9
so
days
you have
rations?
it would be 8 days rations. Well, 8 person days. So right. So it's 2 full days of rations for everyone, right? So everybody can add, instead of 1 more ration, they can add 2 more rations.
So in total, everyone has. Wait, so we have 10 days worth of rations then?
So in addition to whatever you already had on your character sheet, everyone should have 2 rations.
Oh, well, I had nothing on my character sheet.
So
I
you
just
have-
assumed we had the 7.
Right,
7
plus that
completely.
7, right? Plus
Okay,
that
so
7.
9.
Yeah,
9
so you have 9. Yep.
Yeah, Ryan and I have some more because we had an explorer's pack.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you spend the morning traversing down the river. So this is actually a good question. You could have brought if you wanted to, you could portage the boat up to like a point where the river like is deep enough to put the boat in. You could take the boat down the river. Well, I guess you could have to row up the river, but that is also an option if you want to do that. It would make the return trip much easier if you're traveling down the river, or you could just go by foot. It's up to you.
Trust the ranger on this.
I say we take the boat. We don't know what kind of creatures are out here. We don't want our boat to get destroyed.
Question: If is there any speed difference in us taking the boat versus walking?
So going up the river, no, not really. But going back down the river, it will be twice as fast.
Okay, so maybe we say a couple of us in the boat, and then a couple of us just can walk alongside it
And start like exploring and kind of mapping out some stuff. Yeah, that could work.
I'll
and just
say-
stay on guard.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say I can stay in the boat and row it, and
So Raya's just like by herself.
yeah, and Ari and somebody else can be out of the boat looking at things.
Well, I can't help row. Well, I guess if Raya's in the boat, I probably would have joined her.
Mm-hmm. So,
Yeah,
so-
I'll stay on. I'll stay out of the boat, and I'll just kind of have my bow, like in my hands, like ready as I'm walking.
Yeah, so you guys kind of like start making your way down or up the river rather, and you don't encounter anything in the morning. Yeah, you get closer to this mysterious tower that's kind of in the distance there. And I think you do get to a point where it starts to be what looks like some sort of ancient ruin of something that starts to kind of just grow up out of the surrounding jungle. You start seeing these like, you know, small mounds that kind of look just like a clump of rocks, and then you realize, oh, it's really worn down, like something or other that must have once been a structure. And it starts to kind of like grow in frequency. These like small little buildings and worn down little shelters along the river. And you see the tower in the distance, right? It's still a little bit of ways in the distance, but you're kind of surrounded by like smaller ruined buildings at this point. I mean, it might be a good time to maybe like bring the boat ashore and like kind of explore like the ruins as a group, right?
Yeah, so I'll scout out a good spot to bring it ashore that looks safe and not rocky or anything, and bring the boat ashore, help Tweety out of the boat. Yeah,
you can do that without much trouble. You guys get there, and yeah, there's this kind of like ancient ruined city. Like, it's really old. Like there's it's very obvious that no one's lived here for quite some time. Yeah, long time ago, someone used to live here. There's some ancient ruins. So, I mean, what does that look like? What parts are you interested in exploring? Like, what are you looking for specifically? Just kind of like walking around, poking at things?
I do a perception check to see if I hear any movement.
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
Where is it? There it is.
I just realized I'm supposed to have another instrument.
Crit. So, yeah, Ari, you have the lay of the land. You do notice there's not much movement except for just kind of like normal like tropical birds and some random forest creatures that aren't terribly dangerous, just kind of like normal fauna. I mean, I guess you wouldn't be familiar with this fauna. So it's definitely like some weird looking birds that you've never really seen before. Very, very brightly colored birds. There's a couple of like small furry creatures that kind of like look like little people, except they're like really, really small versions. They have these like cute little tails, and they're kind of like just like hopping from tree to tree. And I think, Raya, you probably recognize these as monkeys. Because I mean, you've seen monkeys in literal Africa before. But these are definitely a kind that you've never seen before. But they kind of like just keep away from you guys and kind of like go off into the distance, kind of jump from tree to tree away from you guys. But the one thing that you notice, Ari, that it might be of concern is as you're kind of like looking down further on the bank, you see a particular set of ruined buildings that look like they have some particularly large winged beasts kind of like perched up on top of them, like there's some nests. And like they're still quite a distance away, but like if their size from that distance is any indication, they're definitely bigger than you would want to get into a tussle with. They're large reptilian looking creatures with like long bat-like wings, and this like real weird crests on the top of their heads.
So I can see these creatures in their nests.
Yep.
From a distance. Okay.
You can kind of see them like kind of flap off and on it. And you can see that maybe they're like feeding some fish to something in their nest.
Okay.
But they haven't spotted you, so.
I quietly gesture to Raya to come over.
I see and come over and see what she has to say.
I do kind of a gesture to like with my eyes like look over there to the birds, and just say we need to be very careful. Tell Tweety not to make too much noise.
As you're saying that, Tweety has just remembered, because I forgot I was supposed to have another instrument on my character sheet. And just as she's saying that, I'm pulling out my panpipes.
Awesome.
And I, as soon as I see him doing that, try and just like slap his hand and slap his head at the same time. Just like,
what? What's all that about? Can't I at least get my panpipes? Shh. Oh. Shh. What is it?
And I try and point, I don't know from his height if he can have the same viewpoint as us to see the birds.
Not
but
quite, but you can see something.
There's something there.
They're big and they're scaled and it looks
Okay, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. And I put away my panpipes.
All right.
Yeah. So we're like outside the ruins. Is there like an indoor? Like, is there like a door to go inside of them?
No, so like the buildings are most of them on the at least specifically on the outskirts are so worn down that like the insides are basically non-existent. Like the roofs have long since collapsed. But it's possible there might be some like maybe basements or underground part of the structures that might still exist of some of these. And as you like, there's still further like beyond as it gets further and further down the river. The structures seem to be more and more large and maybe more and more intact. At the outskirts here, there's not much to pick through in ways of like actual indoor things, but you know there might be some, I don't know, like pottery or something, right? Like it depends on what you're interested in, I guess.
Does it look like on the ground if there has been anybody here?
That is an
like any
investigation
paths
check
or anything.
Survival. One of those. Whatever tracking is, I don't remember off the top of my head. Probably either one of those would work. Probably. But.
Do a survival check. 8.
Yeah, so you don't notice anything out of the ordinary, but you're not really trained in wilderness exploration.
I'm just looking around and seeing if there was a worn
There's nothing
path
obvious. Yeah, there's nothing obvious. Yeah.
So the birds are kind of like towards like the main buildings. Is that where they are?
Yep. So they're basically in between you and the tower, which is further down the riverbank.
Got it. Is there like is there a path where like, do I see like if there's like a path where we could avoid them?
You can make an investigation check. 12. So there is, you can see a way kind of around the ruins, because the way that this, you'd have to go into the jungle somewhat, and you'd still have to make stealth checks probably to go unnoticed by these things if you wanted to get over there. But they would be with advantage, the stealth checks, because of the trail you found. So if you don't want to creep along, you can do that.
I mean, I'd say we should go around rather than trying to.
Well, we can go around, or we can have the advantage and have the surprise on them.
I mean, I have a bow. Can I tell how far away they are?
Yeah, I mean, they're about like 300 feet, maybe 500, something like that.
300 and 500 is a big difference. 300
to 500, like about 400, let's say.
Okay.
How many birds are there?
I think you can see about maybe 6 in total.
Oh dang! All right.
Oh jeez.
Okay, never mind. I thought there was only like 2.
No, yeah, it's a little like not colony exactly, but like a little group of them.
Okay. I say we
gaggle. Yeah, that's a good word.
I say we go around, but I'm open to other suggestions.
I say we go around for now, and if when we get closer, we can tell better what they look like and if they seem like monsters that would attack us or anything.
Ooh, maybe I can fly one of them.
Oh, we could all take one. That would be fun.
There you go. They'll be like our
I'm sure
eagles.
they would be totally fine with it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that won't end poorly.
Everybody handle animal. That's what he's everybody.
Okay,
you get a bird, and you get a bird.
I do have a
okay,
+2
Oprah.
for animal handling.
Yeah, I have a. Oh my gosh, for animal handling, I have +4.
Nice.
I don't think my charisma score will help much against birds, though.
I have 1 to stealth.
All right.
So you guys want to do the trail?
So we're gonna try to be stealthy.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make stealth checks with advantage. So take that. You take the highest of those 2 that you roll.
Mine's just a straight roll because I have disadvantage.
Oh, really?
Normally.
Oh, okay.
So
you get a 9 and a 10. and a 22 and a 16. Okay,
well, Toidy's 16, right? Because he's advantage. Mine's the only one that's a straight roll.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I saw the wrong one. Okay, so yeah, 16 and 10. Okay, so I mean, I'll roll for them. We'll see.
Wait, who's getting?
Well, wait, their passive.
Would it be their passive perception?
It would be their passive perception, and unfortunately, their passive perception is 11, so it's just so.
Sorry, I'm clanking around in my chainmail as quietly as I can.
Yeah, here, let me look at this real quick. I don't have. So yeah, they you hear like some screeching, right? You hear this reptilian screech. And yeah, one of them kind of comes over to check out what's going on. And you see, I mean, you guys are like, you know, tramping through the jungle, right? And Raya just makes a little bit too much noise. Her armor like clanks. And you see this like big old reptilian thing. And you know, for us at home, we would recognize these as Pteranodons, but obviously none of these characters recognize them as such.
I would definitely recognize it as a Pteranodon.
No, you definitely would not, because
no,
you
I'm
mean
saying
you?
Me.
Oh,
I definitely know what that looks like.
Well, here I can show you what that looks like, actually.
What? Yeah. What does a Pteranodon? I have no idea.
That's all right.
Not as Raya. Raya would definitely not know, but Emily also does not know.
Yeah. Here, let me see if I can. Man, I don't know the hotkeys for this. I wish I did.
Oh, the one for showing everyone something. It's like Shift Z, I think.
I know, right? It's something weird like that, and I don't remember.
Control Shift Z.
Let me try that. Nope, none of that worked. I just reloaded them. Oh wait, you guys see that?
No.
Nope.
You did it for yourself. You have to. There's another. Maybe it's Alt. Try Alt. Nope.
No.
I don't see anything.
What is going on?
Share it in the chat.
Well, I did something. Anyway, I'll share the character sheet because I had that on it. That works. I'll figure out the hotkeys for that at a later date. But you guys can see this. Boom.
Oh,
there we go.
Yeah.
Like a pterodactyl.
Yes, it is pretty much just a bigger version of a pterodactyl, yeah. Pterodactyls are the small ones, Pteranodons are the bigger ones, and Quetzalcoatlus are the biggest ones.
Okay, so we just have like one that's like near us?
Yeah,
or, like,
so right, it comes over and it like kind of like lands on a tree, like kind of like monkey-like, right? So it kind of like has this claw like on like the top there and it's kind of like hanging off. And it kind of like looks at you guys and just go, ah!
It looks at us?
Yeah, it looks at you guys. It's like hanging from a tree, like looking at you guys. Someone can make an animal handling check if they want to like just kind of like persuade it to just like go away, leave us alone.
Dang it.
Well, that's a big old 9 and then a 6.
That's
so
unfortunate.
I think you probably anger it.
I'll throw a javelin at it.
I'm okay. I'm going to. I can see it's not working out right, so I'm going to cast. Wait, where is it? I'm going to. Okay, prestidigitation says I can make the smell of an odd odor. How odd of an odor are we willing to go for?
I mean, tell me an odor, and I'll tell you if it's odd.
I want to make the sound of I want to make the smell of a dead carcass a little bit of ways, because I'm assuming that might tempt it into eating it. But it says range of 10 feet.
Yeah, you definitely want to make the sound of or the smell of a dead carcass right in front of you guys.
I thought I could do it further. Okay, let's just try animal handling then. Maybe y'all roll well.
Maybe we'll get a crit.
Well, this is the thing, right? The problem is, both Ari and Darius already tried it, and instead they have angered the beast. And so it basically just attacks you. At that point.
Okay. I won't even bother. Then I'll save it for my good rolls.
Yep. Unfortunately, they've already angered it enough that it's not. You're not going to be able to do much. Here, let me grab these tokens. Nope.
So, do we realize that it's anchored before it's going to attack, or is it going to get a surprise round on
I
us?
think you do. Yeah, I think you do.
You don't know. You've never seen one of these. We've never seen these before, but we know they don't like me.
It sounded like angry reptilian squawking rather than friendly.
Actually, I think Toity would say, "You know, I've never seen one of those things before, but I do recognize anger."
I recognize anger when I see it.
Bird!
I recognize when something's mad at me.
That bird has anger issue. I dig it.
Did you say you dig? No, Darius, I'm pretty sure you're the one with anger issues. But as long as they're in our favor, I'm fine with it.
Ah.
Alright, I'm copying over the tokens. Boom. So y'all are over here.
Oh, okay. Is that the tower?
Yeah, so y'all are over here. So go ahead and, well, here, so Darius and Ari are probably over here. And let me reveal this one. The Pteranodon is over here in the tree. And Ryan Toity are probably like that. Yeah. I mean, so just roll initiative, I guess. So click on your token, and actually, let me clear the order first. Boom. There you go.
Thought it was already. Okay. Woo.
Excellent.
A 1? Ouch.
I rolled a 2. Okay.
Wait, why is there 2 of me? Why is there 2?
That was accidental. I was trying to copy and paste the Pteranodon, but it didn't work. All right. So, Ari, you go first.
Sweet. All right. Well, I tried to calm the beast with apparently my bad animal handling skills. I've never worked with this animal before, so normally I'm quite good at it.
That's true, yeah.
Since I have never worked with this animal, I guess I angered it. So I'm going to shoot it with my longbow.
All right, do it.
Oh.
Nice.
Great.
Congratulations. All right, yeah. 8 + 6. Let's see how much health this thing has. Yeah, you definitely kill it. So that's cool. So, I mean, what does that look like? You're just like, this isn't working. Pull out your bow.
Well, because I see it like screeching at me, and I'm like, well, crap. And I just pull out my arrow and shoot it right in between its mouth as it's coming towards me.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
at me.
And it just like spirals and just hits the dirt.
Yep.
Yeah, that's when you hear a bunch more screeching coming from off towards the river more. And then all of that Pteranodon's brothers and sisters are coming for you.
After seeing just that insta kill, I just like kind of shoot up a little bit, and I just go.
Yeah. All right, let me roll off these peeps.
Gosh, how many are there?
I
said
see
there were
5
6.
more.
Yeah. So that means
Oh my gosh.
Toity, It's you.
I'm going to look. I'm gonna look to Raya and say, "He," and kind of pull out my panpipes. Go. And kind of sing a little tune and say, "Raya, this one's for you. Hopefully you can be a little quieter next time. Play a little ditty, and then give her a bardic inspiration die."
Very nice.
And then after I play that, I'm gonna take a deep breath and look towards them over there, like, "Come get us, you nasty buggers!" And I'm going to do a vicious mockery towards the closest one. Actually, what's the range on that?
Is bardic inspiration bonus action?
I think. Let me check.
Yeah, double check
they're
that.
far off. Okay.
Is that? Wait. Let me. Can I even do that?
Bardic inspiration.
Oh,
is
I
bonus
can't.
action.
I cannot do vicious mockery towards them. They are way too far away.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind. So it doesn't matter. I can just start playing a little ditty.
Okay.
Playing some fight music.
Yeah, right. And then the panpipes kind of like come into prominence in the soundtrack, and then you hear this like epic battle music with this like shrilling panpipe, trilling
In
away.
my head, I just hear like "Eye of the Tiger" starting.
Yeah.
Head popping.
with a panpipe instead.
Yeah, and I'm like getting into it.
Yeah. All right, Darius, it's you.
Yeah.
So yeah, you hear these things screeching. You don't quite see them. They're quite a distance away, but you know they're coming for you. You guys can just like book it if you want to.
Let's see.
I say let's do that. I say let's try to hide.
Yeah, you can do that too.
Look, they're all gonna start moving before me, so it doesn't really matter.
Hopefully they don't have high speed. But they fly, so I doubt that.
Dang. Yeah, there's no way. Well, what's that distance like?
The way I see it,
I'm just saying, I could throw a javelin at one of them.
I'd say wait for them to come to us.
How about we
I'd say
behind
hide.
these trees? Yeah, I think that is a good idea. Let's hide behind these trees. And like, maybe spread out and scatter a little bit. I'm just gonna...
I'm not scattering. You guys are my meat shields.
I'm going to hide back there in these trees where there's a whole bunch of trees. Wait a second, I take that back. I might not be able to go that far. Let me see how far I can actually go. Okay.
I mean, honestly, don't go too far.
Yeah, well, I can't go too far. I don't have that capability. I've got stubby legs. I'm gonna run over here and try to conceal myself in the trees.
All right, roll stealth. Wait, you're concealing yourself in the tree? You're just gonna climb up the tree?
Yeah. No. I'm like kind of ducking down and hiding behind
some shrubbery. Yeah. Okay, so roll. Oh, we got 13. Well, their passive perception is 11, so I think that will work initially.
You should ready an action of attacking one that gets near.
Yeah, you can do that. You could say if you know.
Yeah, I would like to.
Or actually, no, he can't do that on this turn because hide is an
action.
action. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'll stick with hiding.
All right, so
At least one of us will survive.
Hey, just climb inside the other velociraptor.
Pteranodons, and they all get to move before any of us.
Velociraptor, what's wrong with me? What do you mean they don't all get to... Oh, you're right.
all right, and one Pteranodon is shrieking and flying away towards you guys. Let's see. Then this one is also doing that. Turns out that's all they're doing is just flying towards you. What a surprise.
Good. Are they? And they're in the air?
Yep, they're all flying.
Okay, so I can't even attack them.
I was about to say, how high up in the air do they fly?
I'd say they're about 30 feet up.
Okay.
that going to affect the distance of Vicious Mockery?
Probably, but I mean, we'll get to that when we get to it. So. All right, and the last one. Boom! They're flying in a clump, in a gaggle, as Darius said. Well, I guess Jordan said that. Towards you guys, and it is Raya's turn on that glorious initiative of 1.
Yes, that's super great. Oop.
Don't forget your inspiration die.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and cast Guiding Bolt on this one in the corner that my ruler's pointing to.
Yeah. Do it.
Let's see.
Yeah, go ahead and click on it and see. Okay, so 16, yeah, that hits. Oh my goodness! Wow. All right, so
is there like any adjacent damage? Like, does any of the ones that are near it get some?
I don't think so. Do you want to click on the spell and put it in chat for us?
That's a first level. Is that a first level spell?
Yeah,
that's a good question. How do you do that?
4d6? Dang.
Yeah.
That is.
Oh, you should see Thunderwave. I think it's something.
That's pretty good.
Description.
No,
it's only.
Way of doing it. Let's see. You can. Guiding bolts.
Oh wait. On? Did that do anything? Let me see if I make the attack again. Obviously, I'm not actually doing it again. If it shows the description now.
I'm curious about that.
Yeah,
there you go. Okay, cool. So
I'll
flash
turn
of light
that on all my spells.
Yeah. Flash of light streaks toward a creature of your choice within range. Make a range spell. Blah 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 blah. 46, nice. And the next attack roll made against his target before the end of your next turn has advantage.
But
well,
it's dead.
It's dead. So Raya, yeah, like, what does this look like? What does this guiding bolt look like? Like, specifically, like, your kind of magic. You worship the goddess of the moon. So like, yeah, what does your specific brand of guiding bolt look like?
Yeah, so I see them all coming towards me, and I kind of feel a little responsible because I know I'm really clunky in my chainmail. And even without the chainmail on, I'm clumsy anyway. And so I just kind of close my eyes and concentrate, and I open my eyes, and my silver eyes start kind of like sparkling and kind of having some movement going on, and just like a blast of silver light goes out.
And yeah, the Pteranodon just like burns up in silvery ash, and just like kind of like drifts down to the. And
nobody that I'm with has seen any kind of.
I was gonna say,
any magic from me.
Oh, really?
As that happens, I literally like stare at her, and I'm like, "Whoa." Okay.
Right. So we didn't. You said we didn't see anything shoot out from you. It just happens. Is that what you're saying?
No, they see it shoot out for me. I'm saying that they had never seen me do anything like that before.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I get what you're saying. Yeah. Cool.
They've just seen me hit things with a mace and
right.
play.
He's dead.
Didn't know you had it in you, lass.
All right, it's Ari's turn.
Okay. After seeing this bolt of lightning, I'm a little bit taken aback, but I'm like, okay, well, there's more monsters coming, so I need to take care of business. And I take out another arrow, shoot at the one that was right next to the one that just got shot down.
This one right here?
Yep.
Do it. Oh, nice. Yep. And it's not completely dead, but it definitely, that hurt it. So it shrieks as an arrow just like shoots, lodges in his torso, and it shrieks in pain as blood just starts gushing out of it. Toity, it's you.
So 60 feet. I'm probably gonna have to move a little closer, aren't I?
Just a little bit, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to move over here, and I'm going to cast. Let's see, is that actually? Oops, nope. that actually closer? Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery on this guy, and he has to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
10.
And you have a DC of 13, right?
Yep. And so he fails it. So he takes 1d4 psychic damage.
Right.
I'm going to say, "Come and get us, you vicious beasts!" Do 3 psychic
Taunting
damage.
them. There you go. Yeah, and it dies. So I'm not sure what this looks like exactly. I guess
Maybe it starts going crazy and starts like biting itself.
Yeah. It just starts going crazy. Yeah. It just goes like and just starts thrashing around and then just like runs into a tree, right? And just hits the ground, and dies.
Serve you right.
Just spirals out of control and dies.
Yay.
Darius, it's your turn.
All right. I pull out a javelin and I throw it.
What is the range on that javelin?
120 feet.
Nice.
Wow.
And is that with disadvantage, or is that the first range or the second range? There should be a range in which it's a normal attack, and then a range in which it's an attack with disadvantage.
Here, I'm flicking through equipment.
You looking at?
It's what is it again? Javelin?
Yeah.
Javelin. I'm not seeing a javelin. Is it, what kind of weapon is it? Oh wait, there it is. 30-120 is the range.
30/120.
Yes.
Yeah. So you'll be doing this with a disadvantage if you want to throw it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hard when they're in the air.
Let me see if it's similar with. Would 2060 be not disadvantage?
That'd be worse.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's either that. Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm just going to prepare my axe, my great axe, and I'm just going to camp here.
Yeah. So you're gonna ready an action. So what's the trigger specifically?
If one of these Pteranodons comes a set of trees, like within like 5 feet of me,
yeah,
I will pull out my axe and I will attack it.
All right.
Why don't you move closer?
Well, because he already hid. That's the thing. Remember?
Oh, I'm just saying, like, I'm not sure if one's gonna come that close to him, where
That's
he
true,
is.
Well, I mean, if nothing comes close to me, then I don't have to worry.
That's true.
Yeah. All your friends will just die. It's fine.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I just mocked one of them and killed it.
Ah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
All right. So this is gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, and then down, 30 feet as well, and it has a 5 feet is 60, so it can still do that. And it's going to, it's gonna bite you.
Ah, dang it! It hits.
Nice. All right.
Just barely, but it hits. Oh, frick. Yeah,
6
that.
damage.
Wait. Oh, I'm in the wrong one.
So it spirals down at you and lands on you and starts like biting at your face.
Yeah, that really hurts.
How do you respond to this Pteranodon biting you?
I shriek out in pain.
That makes sense. It's a natural reaction. All right, so this one is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
See, Jordan, if you move closer, then you could have hit that thing.
Well, I couldn't because I couldn't ready my action if I moved, right? Or
No, you could move and ready an action as your action.
Oh,
I just realized that I could have had them make the dash action last time and move twice as far as they did. I don't know why I didn't do that.
Give us some time to.
Oh well.
Oh well.
It's okay. I realized that I could have done other things.
I just forgot what 60 feet of flying meant. All right, so this one's gonna swoop down and attack. Ari is gonna bite you.
Ouch.
Ooh, good old crit there.
No. Oh.
Oh no.
And that is a good old whopping 7 damage.
Oh.
Are you trying to kill us?
No, I'm not trying
how much
to.
Damage?
7 damage.
Okay. Let's see. 7. Where do I put that at in my thing?
So if you want to, you can just click on your token, and it will pop up the little bubbles, and just you can just click on that red bubble that has the 13 there, which is your health, and you could literally just type in -7, and it will automatically subtract it.
Cool.
There you go. All right, it is. Well, that Pteranodon's dead, and this last one though is going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And it's going to attack Raya.
Oh, yay.
It's going to bite you.
And I...
18.
Oh.
Okay, and then
Does that
I
hit?
have... Yeah, because at this point I would have my crossbow out instead of my mace, so I wouldn't have my shield up.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
And so without your shield, what armor class do you have?
16, I believe.
16, okay.
Yeah.
Got it. All right, it's going to bite. Or no, I already did it. You wait. Why did I roll that again? I need to roll damage. 7.
Oh.
Good thing you wasted a good roll of an attack.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
I'll just use that for my next roll. No, I'm kidding.
Please don't.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, 7 damage. Oh wow, this is a bad time.
Yes, this is.
This is really bad.
I can't get hit again.
All right, next one's dead. Okay, Raya, it's your turn.
Remember, you have a bardic inspiration die.
You do, yeah.
It's okay. This is the part where you guys all kill in one turn.
I know. I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do because.
And also remember, you are the healer.
I know.
Yeah.
I have healing word as well, but I need to be alive to use it.
Yeah, I mean, you could use it on yourself, I guess. Does that provoke a opportunity attack when you?
I don't think so.
Okay, so is this thing like flying still, or is it next to me?
It is basically like flying in front of you, like biting you.
Okay.
But yeah, you can just hit it like it's right there. So.
Okay, because I would have had my crossbow out because I
And you could still shoot it.
So
you could still shoot it with a crossbow, but it would be at disadvantage because it's within 5 feet.
Okay, so I'll shoot it with my crossbow at disadvantage then.
Oh!
Oh my goodness! Whoa!
You're not 20s.
Nice.
Double damage.
All right, let's see how much damage that does.
The game doesn't want me to die.
Good.
All right, that's 9 damage.
9 piercing damage. Please tell me that thing died.
Is it dead?
No, it does not die.
Oh no.
It's fine. Ari's next.
But
Yeah, but I've got my own thing to worry about.
and she's being
Oh.
flanked.
Shoot. It's because I had my little circles up to take away my health, so one of them was covering the other one. That was above you, Ari.
Yeah. Sorry. Otherwise, I'd help you,
Oh,
but
it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now that it's next to me, I'm gonna pull out one of my short swords with my other hand. Well, actually, it doesn't take an action for me to just like drop my bow, does it?
No, you can drop your bow.
So I drop my bow and I take out my two short swords that are kind of like next to me, and I slash at it with both my.
Yep, it's totally fine.
So since I have two, that's for both of them, right?
Yeah. How does this work again? It always works differently in every edition.
Depending on the class too.
I think it might be might be a bonus action or something to.
Yeah,
hit.
usually it's a bonus action.
Which you have a bonus action, so you can just. I guess it's just you roll it again.
I would just roll again.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that first one hits though. Yeah. And
Ooh,
there you go.
both look like they hit.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, do you want to look that up, Seth, real quick? Just.
What's your class again, Alyssa?
I'm a ranger.
Ranger. Okay.
But yeah, so you got 6 damage, and then you can roll it again for the. And there you go. Yeah. It is. Oh man, that's almost dead. It's so close, so close. So yeah, you're like slashing at it, and it's like bleeding and like Toity, it's your turn.
I'm not finding anything specific about dual wielding. I think it would be a bonus action, but I don't remember off the top of my head.
We can just rule it. We can rule it that way for now. So that's
okay. Okay. So this thing is right in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I have to try and kill this thing, or else I'm dead. So
yeah, probably.
Don't say that.
I mean, you still have to fail death saves. It's fine. You're not gonna instantly.
Okay, so I'm going to try and hit it with my rapier. I'm gonna say, "You're not this. You're not gonna get me that easily." Oh, please, something good. Oh,
yay!
That's
nice.
Good. That hits. I take it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I'm going to hit it for 8 piercing damage.
Very nice. It's not
Is
dead.
it dead?
No.
Oh no.
But you deal it a very, very grievous injury. You stab it through the chest, and it's like squirming and wriggling around as it like flaps in the air.
As I see it's still not dead, I'm gonna say, Darius, I need your help.
Yeah, Darius, it might be a good time to go help your friends.
I see Toity get attacked and just this bird jerk just eating my friend, and I enter rage.
Yeah.
Just.
So what does this look like? I mean, what does rage look like for Darius?
Darius's eyes turn like this dark blood red, like a dark. It's like
his eyes get all bloodshot.
His eyes get bloodshot, and then there's this like red glow.
Oh, really?
And there's like you see his muscles kind of buff up a little bit, and he just.
Oh, really? So this isn't just like natural like berserker rage. This is like some sort of innate magical like something or other that's happening here. I like it.
Something's going on.
Yeah.
Like something's going on, and he is like in a blood rage, and he is just steamrolling right on over to this Pteranodon. And he is going to do, let me see. There's a button to turn rage on, right? There should be.
To turn what on?
There should be. There's a place for my bardic inspiration die.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. So what is that? What does rage do again exactly?
You decrease damage, and I think you maybe get multi attacks, but I'm not sure what.
No, you don't get. I don't think you get them. Well, maybe.
I get +2 damage.
Yeah, I think right now that's basically all you get. It's +2 damage and then half damage taken from piercing, bludgeoning, and slashing damage.
I also have advantage on strength checks and strength.
Yeah. And so I need to add in rage here onto the initiative so that.
Also have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing, so that's probably going to help against them.
I mean, they would if they weren't about to be. Well, this one is about to be dead.
If you hit it. All of them are about to be dead if we hit them one more time.
No, this is true.
Oh, please kill it. Please kill it.
No joke.
I realize now I probably should have given you a bardic inspiration die, but
yeah. But go ahead and roll. We can just add +2.
That'll work.
Oh, that's fine.
Hits.
Yeah, that definitely hits. Good. Yeah.
No, I don't get advantage on that. But
no, you do not have advantage on that, unfortunately. Yeah.
Let me just roll the damage then.
Do it.
Heck, syntax error. Don't you give me a syntax error.
Oh no, there must be a.
Work with me.
There you go.
So confused. Okay.
8
All right,
damage.
8. Yeah, you definitely kill it. What does that look like?
I take this axe and I just chop straight through its. I chop straight through its neck.
Yep.
Just...
Nice.
And as viscera spreads over my face, I go, "Oh, thank you for that."
He just like spit out some blood. Yeah, as it.
Like, you just hear Darius just roar like this. Just nothing comprehensive, no words, just.
All right, it is this Pteranodon up here. It's gonna attack Ari again with its last flailing attack.
Oh! Yeah.
And so it misses.
Oh god.
So it flails around, doesn't hit anything. And it is this one's turn in front of Raya, and it's going to attack Raya, and this is it's impossible that bad things might happen here.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Not our healer.
Did you use a bardic inspiration on a death saving throw?
I think so. So it's 5 damage. Does that take you down?
I'm currently unconscious.
You're currently unconscious. All right.
I can help you here in a second.
Do are we just doing I'm going to 0 and then
Yeah, just go to 0. Yep, you're unconscious.
Okay.
Yeah. So here, let me put a little unconscious thing on you. Let's see what token thing should I use for that?
Yep, you can use a bardic inspiration on a death saving throw if you need to.
Okay.
And you're gonna make that first death saving throw now because it's your turn.
I just do roll d20.
So there should actually be a place on your sheet to do it. I think. Let's see.
I see that there's like check marks if I fail it or not. Oh, here we go. Is that?
Yeah. Yep.
Whoa. Okay.
Yep. So that's a success. So yeah, you can mark a check mark for a successful death save. Yep. So you need 3, and if you get 3, then you will stabilize. If you get a natural 20, then you will instantly come back to life with 1 hit point.
1 hit point.
Yeah, so that's cool.
And what do we stabilize with? Can we try and stabilize her with a medicine check?
Yep, medicine check. I think it's just a DC 10.
Or just a healing word.
Or that, yeah. Any amount of healing will instantly bring her back.
Okay, I can use healing. I'll look up healing word now.
Ari, it's your turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna continue to slash at the one that's in front of me.
Mm-hmm. Do it.
Dang it!
And that is a critical failure. What does that look like when you just completely and utterly miss this thing?
One of my when I miss it, I accidentally let go of one of my short swords, and it flies into the tree. Awesome. I still have one in my hand.
Going the extra mile.
I'm just like,
yeah, you're right. Your short sword, like you thrust really hard, right, and it just like flings out of your hand, and it just sticks up into the tree, right. Like if you would have hit it, it probably would have been done a good amount of damage, but it did damage to the tree instead. So Toity, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Does Ari get to do her the bonus action with the second short sword?
Well, she would, but she just described herself throwing her other short sword away from her.
I'm gonna turn to Darius and say, I'm gonna need you to take out the last Pteranodon. I'm gonna save Raya, and I can do healing word within 60 feet, so that's good. So
Darius just responds with another roar.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast healing word using up one first level spell slot. And she regains only 4 hit points.
I think, but you're back up.
Am I laying down right now?
Yes, you are prone when you come back up.
That was a horrible roll. But it's something, I guess.
All right. And Darius, is your turn?
Actually, wait. Can I say one thing? When I said I'm gonna need you to take out the Pteranodon, I'm gonna give him a bardic inspiration die because we can't handle another bad hit.
Darius, did you go in that? Okay.
So, both of these guys are alive, or is one of them dead?
No, both of them are alive. Yeah.
Both the one next to us.
Yep. Any of them that are dead will have a skull and crossbones next to them.
Okay, yeah. See, that's what I was confused. For some reason I thought that another one of them would die. All right. So, if I'm not mistaken, this. I'll do a little flashback. This is the one that is currently, or this is the one that attacked, and she is. Who is unconscious right now?
No one's
She's
unconscious.
not unconscious, but she has 4 hit points.
And she's prone.
Yeah. So she takes disadvantage on you.
Yeah. And could just have advantage to hit her.
Yeah, no, definitely save Raya.
Yeah, save her. Save her.
So this is the problem, right? Like, all of the Pteranodons have their turns next.
Yeah.
After this, so.
So if you don't kill that Pteranodon, Raya's dead again.
It's possible both Raya and Ari might go down in the next turn.
I run over behind this Pteranodon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm behind it at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Right, so you're flanking it.
yeah. Would I be flanking it?
Flanking, unfortunately, it has to
I was
be
about to
directly
say.
across. Yeah. So it would have to be someone on the other diagonal across from it. So if you wanted to move right to the left there,
Would
like
it still be flanking? If
that
I'm
would be
prone?
flanking. Yeah.
Is it flank? Oh yeah, because she's there.
Oh yeah, because you're.
Because Ari's there.
Ari.
Yep.
All
Yep.
right,
So you have
then
advantage.
I'll do this, and I shall roll, and I will swing my great axe with rage and advantage.
So
Do
14.
you want to use the
that
Bardic
hits,
Inspiration
yep.
die?
That hits.
Oh, it hits? Okay,
Yep.
never mind.
All right, then I can't add the inspiration die to damage, unfortunately, right? That's a shame. Still, 7 hit.
You kill it. It'd be dead.
All right.
So what does
So
that look
I'm
like?
like,
Yeah.
I'm like behind this one now, right? Or
Yeah.
am I like on its side?
You're on its side. Yeah.
Okay, so I just take this one and I just drive it straight in. I just drive my great axe straight into its chest.
Yeah. Yeah, and it just hangs off of your axe limply. All right, then it is the Pteranodon that is attacking Ari. It's gonna flail one more time because it looks around and sees all of its dead brothers and sisters, and it's very sad. And it's kind of just like enraged, and it's gonna bite you,
Yes.
and it misses. And that means it's Raya's turn.
Okay, so I'll use half my movement to get up.
Uh-huh.
So I'm not prone laying down anymore. And then is the other one still gonna
Yep.
be like flying right in front of Ari?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll drop my crossbow and get my mace out
Mm-hmm.
and try and whack it with my mace.
Do it.
Flank it.
Okay. Can I?
Yeah, if you want to move on to that square that or I mean, well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, 15. That'll be exactly.
well, you can't move. Unfortunately, you can't move through the Pteranodon square.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so you
So I can't
couldn't make
flank
it
it.
completely. Yeah.
I've already used half my movement.
Yeah.
You have an inspiration die, so you can still use that if you need to
Mhm.
for hitting it to death.
Yep.
Yeah. So I can just go right there.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll hit it. Hopefully.
Yep.
You hit
There you go. You did it. And you kill it.
Yay.
There you go.
So I've gotten up. I have grass and dirt all over my back.
Uh-huh.
Not exactly very thrilled at this moment. I mean, I'm happy to be conscious, but
All I see is grass and blood.
And everything that's happened. Have some blood like running down my head from the bite wound that I had, and I just have like anger as I hit it with my mace.
Yeah. And it just like goes to the ground.
As I see it fall, I'm gonna just kind of come over, pat Darius on the shoulder, and say, "Thank you, man. You really saved us there. Really pulled our butts out of the fire."
I give Raya a respectful nod, like thank you for saving me. Basically.
Darius just like he's breathing heavy, and he's like he starts to just kind of calm down, and as he exits rage, he like his muscles just kind of return to normal. His eyes go and leave that, and he kind of looks around the battlefield, and he just kind of just drops his axe and he starts just kind of freaking out a little bit. Oh, I'm sorry. I did not mean to. I'm sorry. No.
What? You saved us. What you sorry for?
You look around at like the viscera of all the like the dead Pteranodons just kind of like lying all over the place.
The animals don't bother me so much. I try to retrieve my short sword that
yep
got stuck in the tree.
Takes a little tug, but you grab it out.
And I also did shoot 2 arrows, so I want to try to retrieve those as well.
Yeah, go ahead and roll same thing, except 1d2. There you go. Yep, you can get both of them back.
If I shot 1 arrow, do I just let it go, or do
I think we'll just say that one. You basically shot it point blank, and it just went like ripped right through it and just kind of like splintered. So cool. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and take our second break there, and come back in about 5 minutes and see what else is up. Probably take a short rest or something because you guys are all beat up. So
yeah.
All right, we'll be back with more Terra Nullius right after this.